In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on December 14, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Columbus Blue Jackets versus Toronto Maple Leafs. On Thursday night, the hockey enthusiasts are in for an exciting matchup as the Columbus Blue Jackets face off against the Toronto Maple Leafs at Scotiabank Arena. The Maple Leafs are eager to maintain their position among the top contenders in the conference, currently sitting at third place in the Atlantic Division with 35 points in 26 games. Toronto is trailing the Boston Bruins by 4 points for the division lead. On the other hand, the Columbus Blue Jackets find themselves at the bottom of the Metro Division with 23 points in 30 games, despite showing some promise with a 4-5-1 record in their last 10 games. In their recent encounter with the New York Rangers, the Maple Leafs showcased their offensive prowess by scoring 7 goals, with Austin Matthews leading the charge with 2 goals and 2 assists, averaging 3.46 goals per game. Toronto's offense ranks 7th in the league, making it a key factor in their strategy. However, their defense is giving up 3.19 goals per game, indicating a need for a balanced performance. William Nylander has been a standout contributor with 13 goals and 23 assists. On the contrary, the Blue Jackets faced a setback in their last game against the Florida Panthers, scoring 2 goals but ultimately losing by a 3-goal margin. Yegor Chinakhov managed to find the net, but the team's overall offensive performance has them averaging 2.9 goals per game. The challenge for Columbus lies in their defense, currently ranked 29th, as they give up an average of 3.5 goals per game. Zach Werenski, with a goal and 20 assists, is a notable contributor for the Blue Jackets. Both teams are dealing with significant player absences, with Toronto missing key defensemen and one of their top goalies. Columbus is also grappling with injuries, including the absence of their leading goal scorer, Boone Jenner. This loss is particularly impactful as Jenner not only led the Blue Jackets with 13 goals, but also shared the lead in power play goals with 3. Columbus is facing a tough stretch, having lost 4 of their last 5 games overall and 11 of their last 12 on the road. In contrast, Toronto, despite injuries, has managed to secure victories, winning 5 of their last 7 overall and 5 of their last 6 at home. The Maple Leafs boast offensive firepower, with Austin Matthews leading the team with 21 goals, complemented by the contributions of William Nylander and Mitchell Marner. Both teams will be without their starting goalies, making this matchup intriguing. However, Columbus's challenge is magnified with the absence of Boone Jenner. Toronto's potent offense, averaging over 34 shots per game, presents a formidable obstacle for the Blue Jackets. Toronto has a recent history of success against Columbus, winning 3 of their last 4 meetings and securing victories by multiple goals in their last 2 wins. Considering these factors, Toronto is poised to take advantage of Columbus's defensive vulnerabilities. Toronto has demonstrated proficiency on the power play in recent games, and their ability to score, combined with Columbus's limited offensive output in their last 2 contests, favors the Maple Leafs. The Blue Jackets' struggles on the road further contribute to Toronto's advantage, as Columbus has a 2-8-3 record away from home this season. So the Toronto Maple Leafs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Toronto's recent offensive performances, hitting the over in 4 of their last 6 games, align with the expectation that they can put up substantial goals against Columbus. In their previous 6 meetings, the Maple Leafs and Blue Jackets have seen 7 or more total goals in 4 of those matchups. With both teams missing key defensive players and top goalies, a high-scoring game is anticipated. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Tampa Bay Lightning versus Edmonton Oilers. In a highly anticipated matchup, the Tampa Bay Lightning are set to face off against the red-hot Edmonton Oilers, both teams striving to turn the tide on their respective seasons. The Lightning, currently sporting a 13-12-5 record, find themselves in a challenging position after enduring a series of setbacks, with only 4 wins in their last 10 games, slipping to the 5th spot in the fiercely competitive Atlantic Division. Meanwhile, the Oilers, boasting a 13-12-1 record, have experienced witnessed a remarkable resurgence, stringing together an impressive 8-game winning streak that catapulted them to the 4th position in the Pacific Division. The recent struggles for the Lightning were evident in their latest clash against Vancouver, where they succumbed to a 4-1 defeat. Despite taking an early 1-0 lead, Vancouver staged a comeback, and the Lightning, despite outshooting their opponents 29-22, were unable to capitalize on power play opportunities, going 0-3 in the game. The Lightning's inconsistency is further highlighted by their recent performance against Nashville, where they suffered a 5-1 loss. With 6 losses in their last 9 games, the Lightning are keen to reverse their fortunes, relying heavily on key players like Nikita Kucherov, who leads the team with 19 goals and 28 assists. On the other side, the Oilers are riding high on confidence following their dominant 4-1 victory over Chicago, extending their winning streak to 8 games. In this impressive run, they showcased their offensive prowess by scoring 4 or more goals in 7 of the last 8 games. Led by star players Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, the Oilers' forward unit has been instrumental in creating scoring opportunities with swift passes and strategic play in the offensive zone. As the Oilers prepare to host the Lightning, their strategy appears clear: capitalize on their offensive momentum and exploit the Lightning's defensive vulnerabilities. The Oilers, currently averaging 3.5 goals per game, are poised to test the Lightning's defense, which is conceding an average of 3.53 goals. Key defensive players like Darnell Nurse and Cody Ceci aim to stifle the Lightning's offensive threats, creating turnovers and limiting shots on goal to provide goaltender Stuart Skinner with ample opportunities to make crucial saves. The Oilers' recent success has not only been marked by their offensive prowess, but also by a surprising defensive resilience, conceding 3 goals or fewer in 7 of their 8 consecutive victories. This defensive solidity is a positive sign for the Oilers, who historically have been known for engaging in high-scoring affairs. As they welcome the Lightning, the Oilers aim to extend their winning streak to 9 games, capitalizing on their home ice advantage where they have been most formidable this season. Considering the current form and dynamics of both teams, and that they have demonstrated superior consistency and performance in recent games, the Edmonton Oilers money line is our full game side pick. Furthermore, when examining the total pick for the game, the offensive firepower of both teams, coupled with defensive vulnerabilities, suggests a high-scoring affair. Recent statistics and the historical trend of over 6-4 in the last 10 meetings between these two teams indicate that surpassing the projected total is a viable option for those seeking a comprehensive wager on the game's outcome. Our full game total pick leans towards the over, anticipating an exciting and goal-filled contest between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Edmonton Oilers. Florida Panthers versus Vancouver Canucks. The much-anticipated matchup between the Florida Panthers and the Vancouver Canucks is set to unfold at Rogers Arena in Vancouver, British Columbia. The Panthers, boasting a commendable 17-9-2 record this season, currently hold the 3rd spot in the Eastern Conference. On the opposing end, the Canucks find themselves in a strong position, securing the 2nd spot in the Western Conference with an impressive record of 19-9-1. Notably, the Panthers dominated both encounters against the Canucks in the previous season. Recently, the Panthers suffered a setback, succumbing to a 4-0 defeat against Seattle in their latest outing. Despite outshooting the opposition 24-23 and maintaining a solid power play, they faced a formidable third-period challenge. The defeat followed a triumphant streak against Columbus, Pittsburgh, and Dallas. The Panthers' offensive prowess, led by Sam Reinhart with 17 goals and 20 assists, stands at an average of 3.04 goals per game. Meanwhile, their defensive unit, anchored by goaltender Sergei Bobrovsky, is allowing 2.57 goals per game. On the other side, the Vancouver Canucks come into this game with a 19-9-1 record, fueled by their recent 4-1 victory over Tampa Bay. Despite trailing in the first period, the Canucks orchestrated an impressive comeback, scoring the last 4 goals for a comfortable win. With an offensive force led by JT Miller, who has contributed 15 goals and 27 assists, Vancouver averages 3.83 goals per game. Their defensive strength is reflected in allowing only 2.55 goals against per game, with goaltender Thatcher Demko boasting a 14-7-0 record. The Canucks are riding high on a 3-game home winning streak, displaying offensive prowess by scoring 10 goals and excelling on the power play at over 24%. The Panthers, however, face a defensive challenge, having conceded 6 goals in their last 2 road games. The recent offensive struggles of the Panthers, scoring only 8 goals in their last 3 games, coupled with the Canucks' solid penalty killing and improved defensive performance, suggest a challenging encounter for the visiting team. Despite the Panthers winning 3 of their last 5 games, recent defensive lapses and offensive struggles raise concerns. The Canucks, priced as the team of yesteryears, seem poised for success, especially considering the Panthers' recent loss to the Kraken. The historical matchup favors the Canucks, but the transformed roster with enhanced depth and defense adds a new dimension to the encounter. The Panthers ranking at 20th this season in goals per game further tips the scales in favor of the Canucks, so the Vancouver Canucks money line is our full game side pick. As we delve into the statistical analysis, the Panthers, averaging 3.04 goals per game and 2.8 goals per game on the road, face a formidable challenge against the Canucks, who have been stingy at home, conceding only 2.13 goals per game. Past encounters indicate a higher scoring trend for the Panthers, but the Canucks' robust defensive record suggests otherwise, with the Canucks averaging 3.83 goals per game and 3.87 goals per game at home. A clash of offensive and defensive strengths is imminent. The historical performance of Sergei Bobrovsky against the Canucks, with a goals against average of 2.69, adds an intriguing layer to the goaltending duel. Considering Florida's defense, allowing 2.47 goals per game on the road, and the Canucks' proficiency at home, it seems unlikely for the Canucks to push the score past the total. Anticipating a fiercely contested game between 2 top teams in their respective conferences, the projected total falls under scrutiny. Hence, under the projected total emerges as our full game total pick, foreseeing a low-scoring battle. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.